Shri Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Yeah, you can make out that we have had fun. We had fun too. All of us, numberless people, we sat and did bhajans, so we too had fun. I would like to take the opportunity to offer my humble pranams at Bhagwan's Lotus Feet. Dear Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, it's such a wonderful thing. I'm so grateful to you, Swami, again and again for giving this chance to participate in the retreat. Honestly, let me confess that though you come and tell me that it's been amazing to have me here, it's equally amazing, if not more for me. It's a blessing for me. No interaction, no transaction ever happens in this universe if both are not to learn or get something from it. So it's not like I've come here to give anything and you're here to receive. We are all here to give, we are all here to receive. And let us always remember that, whether it's in an individual capacity, in a family capacity, or an organizational capacity, we always give and we receive. It's a two-way thing. We always have to do that. Otherwise, as Swami would say, like the blood flowing in the body, if it, Swami would say, if you breathe in and don't breathe out, you can't. If you just breathe out and don't breathe in, you can't. You have to breathe in and breathe out. Swami would say, you eat food, you enjoy the food, but you have to eliminate it out as well. Otherwise, you will suffer. So also in life, if you want to be healthy and fit and fine, basic, Swami would say, receive and have gratitude. Receive gratitude, and in gratitude we give back. I definitely, Swami, promise that in my individual capacity, I am so grateful, organizers to New-Zealand, to the Satsai International Organization. I would definitely want to give back, Swami, in whatever way I can. It's not that we give back exactly what we receive. In whatever way we can, we give. Whatever we don't have, we receive. That's the complementary relationship we have. And I know that this is a very, very special session. I prepared quite a lot for it because we have people in my category, young parents, new parents who have specially come for this session. Welcome. It's wonderful. This is a very, very important and critical transition phase in life. And it's great that in that stage we are seeking guidance from Swami. About a year ago, life had more or less settled for me. I was in a corporate job, and rest of my free time I would spend to make my videos about Swami, to spread Swami's message. More than spread Swami's message, honestly, I do my videos so that I find fulfillment, so that I am happy. And in the process, others also benefit. That's very good. Giving talks, and I just thought life is super, it's going on. Then one day, one of my classmates, he calls me early in the morning, and he says he had a dream with Swami. I said, oh, wonderful. And he said, you were in that dream. Okay, so what's the dream? I get very happy. Wherever, whosoever dream, at least Swami and me are appearing in the same scene, so it's great. First preference, of course, is for me to get the dream, but whatever. He said, they were all standing there, and Swami came walking by. I was standing at a distance, and then Swami comes to me. He materializes Vibhuti and gives it to me, and turns to this classmate, this friend of mine, and tells him that, he's 16 out of 25. Marks, Swami gave me marks. 16 out of 25. That's why I gave Vibhuti to him. And then this classmate of mine is wondering, because in his dream he knows that many of the others who are standing there have got 22 out of 25, 21, 23 out of 25. So he's wondering, Swami, why for 16 you're giving? Why not for, Then Swami, he says, told him, no, don't get me wrong. In sharing my message, he's 25 out of 25. In homework, he's 16 out of 25. So classwork, I'm good. Homework, I'm bad. So he said, I don't know what this means. And when he told this to me, I keep thinking about it. People say there are no mediums, Swami will have direct connection. See, all that and done, we have all experienced. When you come and tell me, Brother Aravind, I felt Swami speaking, is that not a medium then? This medium thing also, when it comes, please have clarity. I just feel Swami can come to me as anybody, anybody. Swami can come to me as Brother Netran, he came. Swami can come to me as Brother Vignesh. Yeah, Swami can come to me as Sister Shruti or Sister Deeksha. Anybody. Yes, my mic is off. And Swami can come to me, Sister Nitya, to save me from blushes, So yes, Swami can come, but when somebody becomes exclusive, then that is something funny. So now, just because Swami came to me right now in the form of Sister Nitya, now any family problem I have, any life problem I have, I keep telling Sister Nitya, give me a solution. That is wrong. She is also a medium, doesn't mean she is an exclusive medium. So please distinguish that. People get fooled by that, confused by that, Swami is medium, Swami doesn't come through medium. No, Swami comes through everybody. There's no need for an exclusive medium. So when he told this dream to me, I began to think, oh, Swami, Swami always plays on this word. So he felt that I'm not doing some homework. I just felt I'm not doing proper work at home. And I felt, Swami, are you telling me that I'm spreading message or sharing stories, good, great, but I'm not doing enough work at home. Not homework, but work at home. I was thinking, is the message? Anyway, I had to prepare for my next talk, and I really don't know where my next talk comes from. So I go and start reading. I read Swami's books, different devotees. Swami said Bhagavatam, the story of the Lord is consisting of three things. Bhagavata, that is God, Bhakta, devotee, and Bhakti, that is devotion. Any story that has God or devotee or devotion is Bhagavata. So I picked up a book, this was written by Victor Kanu, and I opened to a random page. Random in airports, because as we realize in life, with Swami nothing is random. I open and Victor Kanu is narrating an incident. He is in the United Kingdom, he is in London, and somebody, I forget the name, a very revered, esteemed elder of the Satsai organization, is coming over from the United States to conduct a workshop in education and human values or something. So he's landing at 3 a.m. and so he has to go at 3 a.m. to the airport. And that night, his wife, Mrs. Genoveva, she tells him, you retire early. He says, no, I'm not going to come there, I'm going to sleep in a separate room. I'll get up at 3 a.m. again, you'll get disturbed. He says, that's all right. You can get up at 3 and go, but right now you come. He says, no, you sleep, I'm going. He goes. When he sleeps, he has set his alarm for 3 o'clock. Half an hour before 3 o'clock, he's woken up because he has had a dream. And Swami comes in his dream and tells him, go talk to your wife first. She's upset. He wakes up, why is she upset? So he says, okay, fine, Swami, I'll go. And he goes and he opens his bedroom and he sees at 3 in the morning, his wife is sitting on the bed crying. He says, what happened? Why are you crying? And she says, what happened to you? Why are you checking on me? How come you are checking upon me? And he says, no, I was going to go to the airport, but Swami came in my dream and said that you are upset with me. Is it? Yeah, only if he tells you listen, right? You and your education and human values and you and your organization, you never spend time with me. And last night I shouted at Swami and said, Swami, you have taken away my husband from me. What you are doing? And just imagine, I am thinking that Swami meant maybe work at home and I am reading in the morning satsang and I am lost in this and this is what it is. I shut the book. I didn't want to read any further. And I am hearing the clanging of vessels in the kitchen. So I walked. I said, Pooja, you need any help? What happened? I said, no. I don't know cooking, but you want me to peel the potatoes? So sweet, yeah, definitely. Go. I thought she said, no, you get back to your work. No, she said, more than happy. I said, yeah, please come. Thanks, yeah, very, very nice. I've got a call actually. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll go and take my call. Oh, because she works Australian time. She works for an Australian company. Every morning at 5 a.m. she gets up and works. And that's when I realized, oh my God, yeah, this is also there. No wonder I got only 16. And after the call, she came, she gives me a hug and she says, thank you so much. What you did was so sweet. And then I said, Pooja, actually, credit goes to Swami, this is what happened, Morning I had somebody call me and say, this is his dream. And then I am shaken up and I read it this essay and I felt, oh no, I must do something to help you out. And now every time I tell her, anytime I go to help her, I tell her 18 at least, 19, She's the one, because I feel the day she gives me 25, Swami will come and tell, yeah, you got 25 on 25. it so often happens that work-life balance, all this balance go into imbalance because of biases and things that we think, Let me stir the hornet's nest a little more further by saying, especially I'm saying this for young parents because I'm having a daughter who is 7-year-old, a daughter who is 2-year-old, and both the sets of grandparents, my parents as well as Pooja's parents, for various reasons, are unable to stay with us any longer. Otherwise, we always welcome them. Because really, I'm telling you, the advantage we have back in India, the value of parents doesn't go away only when you grow big. All the youth out there who are in their 20s and 30s who think that now you're independent, hell with parents, please don't. When you get your first kid, you'll realize the value of the grandparents. They're amazing. They are the most beautiful, most caring, most hardworking and most economical option available. To take care of the kids. So when that was not available, I realized that we have to fend for that between ourselves. And that's when I opened my eyes to see all that Pooja was doing. This is what I was saying in the previous talk that I wanted to, that opened my eyes. She gets up at 4:30. By the time I get up, I go and do my video editing and I just go brush my teeth and get off to work. I don't feel it's work because I enjoy doing it. Then I come out. Then I just had to wake up my elder daughter, help a little bit in her getting ready. I drop her to school and come and get back to work. I don't know that in the meanwhile the breakfast is ready, lunch is made ready, she's attending her office calls. I said, Pooja, how are you managing it? I also don't know how I'm managing it. So would you like some help? Yeah, thanks. Why did you ask? No, it's okay. It's okay. You are doing so many things. 10,000 people out there are waiting for you. She told that, In fact, before I was leaving, I told my elder daughter Bhakti, I said, Bhakti, I'll miss you a lot. Said, really? My famous father is going to miss me? So this is the way she tells me, 7-year-old. And after that, I just became more sensitive to hearing them. Then I realized so much is there, I just said, Bhakti, next year onwards, Janvi will start going to school. I can't drop, already dropping you and picking you takes 40 minutes. Then if I have to drop her, because her timing is different, I drop her and pick another 40 minutes, 1.5 hours, more than 1.5 hours. I can't spend next year onwards going the bus. She says, Dad, I'll do one way bus, one way with you. Why? Because that's the only time, Dad, you're neither on your computer nor on your phone and you're listening to me, I can tell you whatever I want. I got tears in my eyes. When we say work-life balance, yes, we need to balance because we have only 24 hours and we need to balance across all responsibilities. As a father, as a mother. But then, I remember all this has come because in the modern times, both husband and wife are working. Before it wasn't like this. The husband would work, the wife would not work. Now the wife needs to work because the woman needs to get financially independent. Because you don't know when the man will leave and go, then I need to stand on my own feet. I need to, sign up, prenups, because we are take care, child care, all this, When you look at it, the way it was so beautifully made. I'm telling you, this is what happened. Swami had called in the students of grade 12 for an interview because as I said, the final outgoing batch always gets interviews or special blessings from Swami. So they were going out and I was a photographer and I sneaked into the bhajan hall. And I was wondering what advice Swami gives to grade 12. Grade 12, I thought maybe about university education and all this. Swami starts speaking to them, the summary of which is, it's not any recorded discourse. I remember all this from whatever notes I made in my diary. Grateful for that habit, otherwise I wouldn't have even remembered that this ever happened. But when I look at the diary, it's very interesting what Swami said. Swami said, I am educating my boys so that they can go and earn a living for the family. That's why I am educating the boys. And he said, I am educating my girls so that they bring up future citizens of this world. Very clearly Swami said. It's not about, no, nothing, we are equal. It's not like that. Swami clearly said, the role of the man is to put food on the table and ensure that the family is safe. The role of the woman is to bring up future citizens. And if today women are saying, no, we'll also work, why? You take paternity leave, we equally care. It's because possibly I feel they have not been given the importance that is due. And I actually did this experiment once. I told Pooja, don't feel bad, you aren't earning. Okay? Taking care of the baby full time, this is what it costs. I put down the cost. Cooking food, if I have to order food from out, this is what it will cost. Put down the cost. It was a very brutal and kind of a cheap exercise, but very, very valuable, because even in monetary terms, I realized that without stepping out of the house, Pooja is earning as much as I am earning. There's no difference in that. Where is it, If at all it comes to that, if she says, you pay me for everything that I do, she will also earn an equal salary. So, on one hand, yeah, women have to realize that it's not about equality, it's just that we are made differently. All said and done, a woman can't play 3 sets in a tennis match at Wimbledon. More than 3 sets, that's why it's a 3-setter. A man will play a 5-set match. It is different. A man can lift something that a woman can't lift. It is different. How do you say it is not different? A woman, the way she cares. Swami didn't say, mother and father are both the first gods. No, he said, mother is first god. Why? Because there are something that is biologically, biochemically tuned for the woman. There are something that man is tuned for. And that separation always exists. It's biologically made. I know that I might be stepping on a few toes by saying this, but this is what I'm inspired to say. This is what it is, and this is what Swami said. I mean, you won't say Swami is anti-women, right? Like he said, that's what it is. They are supposed to, because the way a woman can bring up a child, I have noticed this, I'm sure many of you also would have noticed. I have seen a Sai devotee boy get married into a non-Sai devotee family. And 3 years down the line, this guy also stops attending center activities. And here you have a Sai devotee girl entering a non-Sai devotee family. She also stops attending Sai activities. 3 years later, the girl is back with the husband, the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, and the kids, everyone. She brings in 5 others into the Sai fold. But that doesn't happen on the gent side. I have seen this. I don't know if mine is a very skewed sample, but this is what it is. Because the way Swami would say the mother is the fulcrum. Any ladies' day discourse, any women's day discourse, go and look, Swami speaks about motherhood. Why? Because that is a glorious thing. It's not something to feel like, no, why do you restrict us to the house? No, we're not restricted to the house. It's like the god of a temple saying, why are you restricting to me the sanctum sanctorum? No, that's the holiest of spots, that's the highest of positions. And dear God, if you don't feel that the sanctum sanctorum is the holiest of spots, society has gone wrong, please, but that is the holiest of spots. You don't stand at the gate, dear Lord, you stand in the sanctum sanctorum. In the same way, it's the most precious and priceless treasures that you would keep inside. The Maharajas of yore did not want anybody to even cast their eyes on the women. They would be in the most innermost quarters. Like how you keep God in the sanctum sanctorum. That is the spirit. And so, when this is there, if we have to have balance, right? I understand in the modern context, because things have changed. Practically it changes. In fact, in that discourse as well, Swami said, yes, of course, there are circumstances where the woman needs to work. Yes, I am not against it. Swami said, yeah, I am not against it. Of course, what do you do if you are a single parent? What do you do that if you need the income? Yes. But, as far as possible, this division of duties should be there. This is what Swami said. So, I think when we want to bring in balance in the family, we have to remember this. As husbands and men, you think about, yes, this is the primary duty, this is the invaluable duty that is being done. Of course, yes, don't have children, yes, still setting the house, holding fort at home is not an easy thing. Once, this is what, as I said, when we fight, I had a fight, and Pooja told me, once you do the home and just sing. Yes. Then I saw the number of work. Work don't end only at home. But the dishes, then the clothes, then the floor, and by the time you're done, already dishes are there. How come? Yeah, we had lunch. Again dishes come piling back, again clothes are strewn. And by the evening, I was losing my temper on the kids. Stop throwing, play with one thing, keep it back. Huh? Who do you think will keep it back? Mama. No trades data, so you please help me. Tomorrow what you do? And I really went back and said, Pooja, how do you manage? Yeah, that's how it is. It just makes sensitive. I just feel Both have to be sensitive. And it grows on. And when this happens, automatically balance comes. Each of us know what is our primary role. The other way as well, you know. Yeah, she confesses, yeah, the mother can drop the child off at school. The mother can drive the car, can drive the bike. But generally it's faster, better. And that's what it is. She tells, no, you only drop her to school. I teach my daughter how to do cycling. I teach my daughter how to do swimming. Not that my wife doesn't know riding, not that my wife doesn't know swimming, but that's how we are built. Biologically we are built different, we are not the same. It's not any superiority or inferiority, but it's about mutually respecting each other. Harmony at home, balance at home can begin first if there is harmony between husband and wife. Critical. Critical. Absolutely needed. Swami would say, first understanding, then adjustment. So important, I'm telling you, because it's just assumed. Whether it's an arranged marriage or a love marriage. Oh my God, the friction that comes. How much ever it is, it will come. How fast do you adjust that? Because the children are growing up in that atmosphere. We have a responsibility towards children. We have that responsibility. So, when it comes to that, yes, at that point in time, it's so important when we get married, immediately, for the first priority then automatically becomes, let us be in harmony. If you say, now is Sai Seva important, is bhajan important, or my duty towards my wife or husband, my spouse is important. Right at that point it's important, because you know what? You build harmony with your spouse, automatically you can go for Sai activities, automatically you can do Seva. Don't build this harmony, it's gone. Everything will go and it will never settle. Once this is found, understanding comes. Once that understanding is there, it's so beautiful, you know. People can whisper things in my wife's ear, they can whisper in my ear, we will measure. Oh, okay, fine. And we'll discuss, this guy, what is telling about you, what is this? Such a good understanding comes. Once that understanding comes, it's so beautiful. And that understanding, right, among the kids, they can feel it. We can't act. They know that mama had a fault. They know that mama is upset, or they know that dad is upset. They know that. And it upsets them. We can't teach them, we can't train them. It takes more time now. How do I balance my role as a father and mother? Because it becomes difficult if I'm not able to set a role model. People would ask, how to make my children come to Swami? Are you going to Swami? Are you doing Suprabhatam? Are you doing bhajans? No, but I have work. Kid also in its own way has its own things. He's got Peppa Pig to see. Where is the time for bhajans? My daughter says, Dad, you're watching something, right? Oh, that's Swami's videos. Yeah, I've got Peppa Pig to watch. Okay? I'm not going to watch, I'm going to do bhajan. Come. She joins. The beautiful thing about children is this full josh they join bhajan. Full josh she'll chant Vedam. But you chant first. I'll again carry out my favorite experiment at the risk of many people knowing it. But yeah, especially for the new parents whom I know have not come. Yeah. Please listen carefully to whatever I tell. Listen carefully to whatever I say. Whatever I say for the next 1 minute, please do it. Okay, I will also go along with you, but whatever I say, do it. Yeah. Raise your right hand, please. Raise your right hand. Put your right hand on your head. Put your right hand on your chest. Put your right hand on your left shoulder. And then put your right hand on your chin. Yeah? This is not your chin. My chin. Okay? So what happens is, this is the same thing that happens with kids as well. They will not listen to what you say. Because they know what you feel, they know what you do. And when that is set in harmony, so much more time is available, you know. See how to discipline children. Follow that yourself. You know, there was an experiment that was done where they called out some young parents, you know, both mother, father separately, and said, of course, we know that you are married in this, but anyway, if you were allowed a dream date, a dinner with someone, whom will you choose? Just for fun. And just for fun, everybody very sportively volunteered and gave out names. So, movie stars, sports stars, actors, they have different people have different heroes whom they would like to have a dinner date with. And yeah, and it's not just romantic, anything, you can even pick up legends from the past as well. You want to have dinner with Nelson Mandela, you can. So everyone. And then the researchers did something that made each and every parent break down, you know, each and every parent break down. Because they made them sit together and said, these are your heroes. And then secretly they called the kids and asked the kids whom we want to have a dream date with. Every kid picked either the father or the mother. The father or the mother. And the parents were in tears. We never thought that our dream date will be with my kids. Huh? Because at that age, father is my hero, mother is my hero. That's it. I have no other heroes. Superheroes. Especially for young kids till they reach possibly teenage years, and that is the time God Swami gives us to become heroes for the kids. By then if you have become, it's a hero worship that will continue throughout life. By then if you have not, sorry, missed the train. Later don't feel why my kid doesn't come to me. Because when the kid wanted, you weren't there. Doesn't matter. At the end of life, career, what we reach, nothing. I'm telling all this because, of course, I'm not quoting Swami stories, but in my own life, ever since I become sensitive, I keep thinking, it has happened, it has happened like this. My daughter comes to me and she says, tell me a nighttime story. I said, no, Bhakti, I'm working tonight. Tell me some more this. Every night she wanted to tell a story. I said, you sleep. Now she has learned to sleep on her own. You just sleep. Don't tell me a story. No, Bhakti, you sleep. Dad, I don't want a birthday. Bhakti, don't do like this, Don't take. I am thinking that she's trying to say something to make me. I said, no, don't do like this. Get your birthday. No, Dad, not like that. You're working because you have to earn money, right? You want to, so don't buy me birthday gifts. Don't earn that much money. Just come and tell me stories from it. Oh, and she says that, what do you do? Possibly some children state it like that. Some children may not state it, but believe it or not, whether they state it or not, that's what they want. They just want. So we have to make a balance. Bring them. You want them when they grow big. You don't want them to go on blind dates. You don't want them to go and, follow something. You want them to obey you. They go and they say, no, I love this person. He's 15 years elder to me. Because first love feels like that. It feels so awesome. Anything first feels awesome. After that, nothing. But at that time, if they say, no, listen to me. How will they listen unless we have not invested the time? So when we think that we are pushing off the career, no, it's not. It's all critical. Whole life, your joys and peace will depend on it. Though at that time they may not recognize, the children will know, no, you have spent time for me. So I can't do it. I love you a lot, but till either my parents agree or I can't. If you want your kids to be able to tell that, we have to invest that much time, right? Because that is how they recognize, not by the words that we speak, but the time that we spend with them. So, it's all about choosing what we have only 24 hours. How do we place it? So are you telling that I'll earn little less? That's your choice. You want this, right? I'm not telling you do anything, but that's what it is. Where you invest, that's where it will grow. Invest only in the children. Yeah, you'll have people who will love you to bits and possibly won't have a proper, toys or something. Yeah, that's your choice. Or they don't. Swami would say, nowadays they hire nannies. And Swami would say that the child will cry when the nanny dies. But when the daddy dies, they won't cry. Because they're so attached to the nanny. Again, for whatever practical reasons, for 2 hours a day we had to hire a nanny. I was so scared. So even when the nanny is there, the nanny is the coolest job because you are always around. Yeah, you just be there to help in feeding a bit and giving a bath. But yeah, she should know that it's not off. We are just there. We are busy doing something, just keeping an eye. Like that it is, because I feel guilty about it. I'm confessing. I feel guilty about having a nanny, but just been forced into that situation. If given a choice, I want to do away with it. I'm not saying I'm doing the right thing. It's just because I'm doing it doesn't become right. But I'm trying because that's my priority. So it is all about a balancing act. It's about priorities. Where how much important is money, how much important is career, how much important is self-satisfaction, how much important is children. All are important. What is the priority we keep? That's where having Swami helps. So clearly Swami has said. It's so easily understandable. Pooja has let go of her career 2-3 times. Yeah, it's okay. Because she loves Swami. And if you think of it practically, all said and done, how much ever equality we fight for, a man will never bear a child. He'll never hold a child for 9 months and deliver. Never. So a man will never have to take a maternity leave. Even in the absolute case, a woman will be behind a man by 3 years at least. Simply, I'm just assuming 2 pregnancies. By 3 years, the woman is going to be behind in the career, right? in the 3 years the man will progress or he'll go ahead. That's possibly the reason why we don't see women in top positions. It's not some inequality, it's just that it's a biological phenomenon. So what happens? People postpone, they push. No, let's first get settled in career. Where is the end to that desire? And then let's have children. Then you reach 40, 41 and biology doesn't allow you to have children. That's all. I'm a biology student. Perfect when the father is 30 and the woman is 20, mother is 25. Most ideal situation. 28, 25. Yeah. But that time, no, we are building careers. I was named. I just thought that it's a matter of decision and 9 months down the line we'll have a gift. No. It doesn't happen that way. I'm just opening up my heart because I just felt inspired. Because Swami has given a beautiful hierarchy, of life. I've got 10 more minutes. So Swami says that the first stage of life is the Brahmacharya ashram. The Brahmacharya ashram is the one which is loosely translated as time for studies. Swami would tell all of us, you focus on your studies. You focus on your studies. And see, 12th grade when you reach, Swami would say, yeah, you have to earn he already starts putting the seed. You have to earn a livelihood, you have to build future citizens. You have to earn a livelihood, you have to build future citizens. Because next comes the Grahastha ashram. In the Brahmacharya ashram, if you see the actual meaning of Brahmacharya, Brahmachari means one who is in the quest of Brahman. We studied, right? We studied meaning we understood, we heard the Bhruguvalli where the spirit is calling is to seek Brahman. That is the ultimate goal in life. So the Brahmacharya ashram or the early stage in life is when it is implanted, because that is the time when children just grasp. My daughter speaks 5 languages because she was exposed to 5 languages as a kid. Anything you expose them to, they'll pick up. You will see kids playing chess, whiz kids. You'll see them just operating the phone. We feel proud. Some of us say, hey, look, 2-year-old already knows how to go to YouTube. But you know what? The 2-year-old can already chant Gayatri Mantra if you are given. Can do so many other things. Whatever you do, they'll become whiz at that. Superb they'll become. Do you want them to go to YouTube? A technology that will become obsolete maybe 5 years from now. Honestly, the way technology is progressing, my daughter doesn't understand what's a landline phone. She doesn't understand how tough it was for us to coordinate 20 years back if you have to go for a movie. If you arrive early there and there's nothing else to do other than wait. You can't even call up because they also would have left home, right? They don't understand the magic of this technology. So impatient. Immediately WhatsApp, where are you? I'm there on my way. Here, right by your side. Look to your right. Oh, okay. Not left, right. Oh, okay. Like that we communicate. But it change. Do we want our kids to pick up that? Or pick up something that's changeless and eternal? The Gayatri Mantra definitely 5,000 years old at least. If it lasted that much, there's a good chance it will last another 5,000 years. So I feel, where do we focus and put? Then comes the Grahastha. Because in the childhood you are taught that yeah, you learn anything, but ultimately remember, dear one, your goal is Brahman. You have to achieve that. You have to learn. You are not this body. It may feel very high-fi. No, Swami says start early, drive slowly, reach safely. Now that you are equipped with the goal of life, now that you know what is life all about, proceed into the world. Yes, go, marry, build a career. Because I am having the confidence that in the background you know that all these are means to an end. Now go. Now I stamp your visa, you can go. That is how it works. Then you enter Grahastha, where you build your career, you marry, you get kids, build a family, householder's life. And then comes the next, which is Vanaprasthashram. Vanaprasthashram is now you start withdrawing. Possibly you write your wills, you let them know what it is, and you are available as a guide, a mentor. Not just for your children, but for your extended family as well. You are there, available for them. You speak to everyone, you give them guidance. Vanaprasthashram. Then Sannyasashram. Unless asked, you don't give advice. No unsolicited advice. Vanaprasthashram, you are allowed unsolicited advice. You look and tell, Beta, come here. You call your niece. God, his uncle is calling, his aunt is calling. Listen, what to do. Yeah, unsolicited, you can give. as a sense of beauty. But once you reach sannyasa ashram, the fourth stage, nothing, unless asked, you won't tell, because I am peaceful on my own. And I am reaching Brahman. This is how it was said. And in all of this, Swami would say, Grahastha ashram is so important because that is what supports all the other three ashrams. If not for Grahastha ashram, children can't study. Who will fund their education? And Vanaprasthis can't stay because they are retired. Who will fund their pension funds? And finally, sannyasis definitely. Sannyasis in the olden days literally go, Amma, Bhavati Bhikshandi. The food depends on it. Swami says, Grahastha ashram very important. All the three are supported. And I am doing it because I will go through this. But Swami will tell us students, but what you do in Brahmacharya ashram, you are already becoming Grahasthas. You don't, you are already at age 15, teenage, you want to look into, it's exciting, girlfriend, boyfriend. Not that it's bad, not that it's putting like a color, but it's a distraction. This is not the age to do. Just like we feel, what's wrong in a child watching Peppa Pig in YouTube? Nothing wrong. But it's got all the light, later on you can watch. You get your own mobile phone. You'll get it, just hold on. Now learn some things, because you know what? Once you turn 7 years, you have to pay a hefty fee to learn French or Chinese or your Hindi or anything. Any language if you have to learn, you have to pay a hefty fee and you have to go to college. I used to really wonder at the magic of the baby's brain, I've seen Chinese, Mandarin, such a tough language to learn. But look at the Chinese babies, they all learn it like that only. How do you learn? Because that age. So that age, I don't want you to learn. Nothing wrong in mobile phone and Peppa Pig, but that's not the age to learn. Similarly, what's wrong in having feelings for a girl or for a boy? Nothing wrong, but this is not the age. At this time, do this, because later you can't. You will not be able to. But we do that. Teenage, waste in that. Then later on get some low income job. Then to upgrade ourselves at 35, we go for MBA. Then the wife says, no, this is the time. No, not build family, let's build career. You could have done that before, right? That is when you had to study, you didn't study. You were going BA. You didn't have. And now you have to build up the family. No, you want to upgrade yourself, you want to do an MBA, a double thing, you want to do some degree. Why? This is what happens, confusion. When it's not done in the right time, later you have to do. In fact, one person once told me, we were told, when you go to Ganesha temple, do this, and we would do this, in front of Ganesha. Okay, what is all this superstition, funny thing? When you would say, you do that every day in front of Ganesha, no? Later on, when you turn 50, you will not have to pay $1,000 and go to an aerobic instructor who will tell you to do like that. You go and pay money and do that in front of him. Free, do in front of Ganesha, you get punyam, you get fit body also. So there are some reasons that have been put in. This is what it is. So we just feel that, everything, all is old, no, there is wisdom in what is said. We have to understand the spirit behind it. At the same time, find a way to balance this out. So it is so important that we understand the purpose of each of these stages in life and use that for that purpose. So the first stage in life, focus on learning the ultimate goal in life or education. If not, forget learning Brahma and all, but education. Focus on education. That's also for the youngsters. And then next, when it comes to sannyasa ashram, not sannyasa, but grihastha ashram, do not delay for something, saying, we'll see, we'll do late, this is later, that will do, family life, we can build, you study in Canada, I will be studying in Australia. What is that grihastha ashram? Do you mean to say I will earn less? Yeah, we will earn less. Because our thing is, when I am clear that my journey is God, you are clear your journey is God, we both go towards God. The final point I want to make here is Swami would always say that love, you should have expansion. We do that even in Jyoti meditation, right? Why I feel the light going to my eyebrows and my heart, my body. I first enlighten my own body, and then next my wife and my kids, then my mother, father, then my neighbors. Slowly expand, right? That is very symbolic of what happens in life. In Brahmacharya ashram, we look at it, we are in love with only one person the most, ourselves. Everything we do is selfish. Which career, what I do, but once you get married, it's no longer like that. It's no longer, how many times have not husband and wife fought saying, how can you be so selfish? You think only about yourself. You don't think about me only, for me it's so important. You can't. You have to let go of some of those friends. No more, come on, that's the thing I look forward to, football night with friends. You don't think I'm struggling here? Yeah, one thing you're taking away that also. How many times? Because that is when you learn that, when I say I now, when my football friends call me and say, you're coming, it's no longer my decision. It's my decision along with us. Same holds good for her also. And I'm like, oh God, my freedom is sucked away. Come on. It's just about loving another person, one more person, that's all. Till now I was loving myself. Now I have to love myself and one more person, that's all. Finding it so hard. Where will you love the whole world as one family and all, you know? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam Samasta Loka will remain confined only to the end of Aarti here, that's it. How can I be selfless? You know, that's what happens. Marriage, you know, makes us naked in front of each other. It's a bowl of water over there, you know? Yeah, because, yeah. So that's what it is. So in the beginning, you know, you learn to expand your love. Include yourself and your spouse. And then just as you feel that, I master, you know, at least any decision I take is between me and my wife. Even as you think that comes one pop, oh no, I will include this fellow also in my decision. I will take. Now no longer can, you are free, vacation, right? I'm free, vacation. No, but her vacation is not there. Oh, okay. So now you have to spend more money. You have to book your vacation and peak vacation time. Because that's when the kid gets vacation. You see? Now you have to adjust that, bring in that kid also. And you feel, oh God, over. 4 years since we lay down next to each other. Always this fellow is in between. Right? And this fellow grows up and says, I want my room. You say, great, go. And there next fellow comes. Then no longer can you, decide based on your this thing. I take today's leave, you take today's leave, let's go quickly to Bali and come. We can't. Why? It's good. You know, the other day I just told my wife, you know what, this weekend let's go to Bhakti and come. Okay, let's go to Bhakti and come. Anyway, I know Saturday, Sunday is holiday for Bhakti, so no problem. Janvi doesn't have protest wherever we take her, she comes as of now. Then Bhakti says, Dad, Saturday? No. Why? My friend's birthday. Who? And he tells some name. Bhakti, but that's not your best friend. Why do you want to go? Dad, you say, she's not my best friend. But I'm her best friend. How can I let her down? So we went on a Thursday and Friday and came back by Saturday afternoon so that Bhakti can go and attend the birthday party of somebody for whom she is the best friend. They have some friend circle. You know. Bhakti's best friend is not her best friend. Her best friend is somebody. Her A, B, C, D, she has got Bhakti back again. You pair up, right? Like lesser headache. No. Anyway, this is at age 2 or standard grade 2 or grade 3. But that's how it is. But we learn to expand in our love. Now, when I take a decision, I have considered what I want, what Puja wants, what Bhakti wants, and we have come to a consensus. Janvi is rather not counted. But I'm sure in 2 years' time she'll stand up and ask for her place. And as we grow, we get grandchildren, more and more our decisions have to take more into account. That's expansion love. That's why, except for people like Adi Shankaracharya, who directly went from Brahmachari stage to Sannyasa stage, for rest of humanity, this is the prescribed. Because you have to gradually grow in your love. Can you grow in your love? You have to, as you make friends, first it will be about you respecting and abiding by your office colleagues, loving your friends. Then you have to accept and love your wife, friends. It so happened that there is one person who is a stinker, but who is a wonderful being according to my wife. Now what I have to go? Wonderful being, I am a terrible fellow. But we understand, My wife understands the sacrifice that I am making by just being in his presence. So she is also fine. Yes, she also says, you know what, not 2 hours, just 1 hour. And you go somewhere else, I'll be. That's where adjustment comes. So it's no longer just my friend now. My friends and her friends also. No, even Bhakti's friends. Yeah, hey, I'm Bhakti's father. Yeah, I have to be friendly with him because your daughter is my daughter's best friend. I don't know him. You're a smoker, I don't like you, but I'm just saying something like that. He may also feel, you bhajan fellow, keep very moment, singing, you practical, worldly fool. But that's how it is. I need to expand in my love, I need to include him. Because it's important for my daughter. This is expansion love. So family life is the time where we get to expand. And finally, as Swami says, sannyasis, what they would do, they would just walk. Anybody, they are available to give guidance, love to anybody who seeks. Because they love the whole world. That is how Swami is. Just look at Swami's life. From childhood he has been like that. Swami's life, love is available for all. He gives himself, gives, only gives. That is the stage we have to reach because that is Brahman, right? That is Brahman. And therefore, when it comes to, I know that I'm not given any tips because I really don't know. I'm also a young parent. What tip I'll give? I'm also learning. I'm also a work in progress. But when it comes to family life, this is the spirit I know for sure we have to approach it with. That this is the chance for me to grow in my love. I have to expand. I have to grow in my love, and therefore the family is also my path to reach my Lord. That is the way. That with that attitude, then, as I said, Swami has also clearly said, whatever the world may be saying, Swami would say that if 100 people say a wrong thing, it doesn't become right. And even if you are the only person following something, and everybody opposes it, still it remains right. So yes, we hold on to Swami's word, let the world say anything. They may say, you are foolish, you should also start working. No. Instead, I will cut my desires, we will live within my husband's salary. Yeah. It's okay. As I said, it's not a watertight rule, that's the beauty of Swami. Nothing is watertight because there are exceptions, there are cases, but generally this is how it should be. Generally this is how it should be. We keep this in mind and accordingly, as I said, as we said in our discussion also, everything is connected. Accordingly do ceiling on desires, accordingly give priority, because finally what we give priority to, that is what will come back to us. I'll conclude with this Redditian story of how a grandfather told his grandchild that in everyone there is a white wolf and a black wolf and a grey wolf. The bad wolf is the grey wolf and the white wolf is the good wolf. I don't know why white is good and grey is bad, but generally either way. One of the wolves is good and one of the wolves is bad. And they are constantly at fight, snarling at each other. And the grandson asks, Granddad, which of the wolves wins the fight? And the granddad says, dear grandchild, whichever wolf you feed, will win the fight. Because it will be strong and defeat the other one. So also it is in life, where we give our priorities. You pour in, because mind, Swami would say, mind is the ultimate gift. Manaiva manushanam karanam mokshayo. Put it into career, you will be extremely successful. You will become CEO, you may head some things. But then don't tell that, no, I don't want to give up my position as CEO because if I give up, nobody will even say good morning to me. Because I don't have family, I don't have friends, nothing. You need it, right? You need friends. We need everything in balance. That is why it's not about sacrifice, it's about for the sake of balance and harmony. It's not about efficiency, it's about harmony. I have to wonder at the oak tree, the oak seed that it produces. It produces them in hundreds, so many, forget the oak, any tree produces hundreds and thousands. The oak tree produces hundreds and thousands of oaks. Out of that, only one or two of them is going to grow into the next tree. So I used to wonder, why doesn't the oak tree develop some spines and some poison, Just protect and two seeds. So much effort to produce so many seeds. Birds eat away something, some of them fall waste to the forest floor. But nature always prioritizes harmony over efficiency. I'm not trying to be an efficient oak tree producing seeds. I want harmony. The oak is considered a very special species. If there are no oaks, the forest can't survive. I want to provide. It's not waste. See those little ants? It's feeding them. I need the ants. That's not waste. It's decomposing there. It's going to feed the nutrition. All these plants are growing because of that. The birds, I need the birds. That's why let them eat. For myself, those two seeds are enough. Two oak trees will come. Nature teaches us harmony is more important than efficiency. Some of us are so obsessed, child rearing, both sit home. Yeah, no. So obsessed, no, career. No. We have to have a balance. And that balance is a dynamic balance. Because for different people, it will be at a different point. And for the same person at different points of time in life also, it will vary. So, again, it comes back to listening to Swami discourses, reading Satyasai speaks, understanding it. There's so much in between, there's nothing like separately like Swami has told, oh parent, listen and I, nothing. But in between discourses, Swami will give advice for parents, for children, for everybody. We need to be aware, listen, and nothing like receiving it direct from Swami. Get to know that and build harmony in our life. And I'm telling you, when those moments when you achieve harmony, it's so beautiful, so fulfilled you feel. Lovely job, lovely family, lovely home, lovely everything. Yet You are not the one having the most beautiful or handsome spouse. You are not the one with the most highest position. You are not the one having the greatest wealth. Yet, everyone is envious because you are so peaceful and happy. That is the reward of balance. May that be attractive enough that we seek balance, we seek harmony over efficiency. Grateful to Swami for this opportunity. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.